doesn't shine just on anyone.
And I feel so fine on this harbor line.
Last night in Boston you stole the show. We still got months left to go. Well, I'm hoping October won't bring no rain, and I know you miss me. Ain't that a shame? Well, give me 10 years and I'll be back on my feet. You gotta know when to stop the hurt and when to bleed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I wanna know what it is you dream about. I wanna know, is it something you can't live without? Oh, darling, now will you love me? Oh, darling, now will you love me?
I've been praying for better weather, and I was hoping that you'd stay. You don't love me, baby, but I guess that I'm okay.
Well, let's leave this all behind us on the road, 'cause we still gotta sing in Orlando. Oh, 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 'cause I wanna know what it is you dream about. I wanna know, is it something you can't live without? Oh, darling, now will you love me? Oh, darling, now will you love hoping October won't bring no rain. Yeah, I know you miss me. Ain't that a shame? Well, let's leave this all behind us on the road, 'cause we still gotta sing in Orlando. Oh, 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 'cause I wanna know what it is you dream about. I wanna know, is it something you can't live without? Oh, darling, now will you love me? Oh, darling, now will you love me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm just a little bit of fantastic. Hey, welcome to the show. Good morning. My name is Chris Carson.
I'm Carrie Bedore.
And this is newlivingnow.com, your connection to Northeast Wisconsin. We've got ourselves a little referral source here and a place for Carrie and I to hang out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We call it New Living Mornings. Thank you for joining us. And if you happen to be catching things right now, go ahead and let us know. Throw your name in the comment section, comment on the chat that we've got going on, share, like, just let us know that you've been a part of the show this morning. Or if you happen to be catching the show later in the day doing that replay thing, do the exact same thing. We're going to put your name into the drawing for some goodies that we're going to give away a little bit later on this week. Rainy skies is what we've got today and tomorrow. Not the best way to start the week is what they're telling us. But if we hang on tight, Wednesday, Thursday, looking like we've got some sources of vitamin D. There'll be lots of vitamin D available for us with that sunshine out there today. That right there, Happy Landing, the song October, and those artists on the stage in Mile of Music, one of the many stages coming up in August at the Mile of Music downtown Appleton. Super cool event, and it's super cool that we've got them here so that we can showcase and highlight their music, which we just did now and do each and every day on the show. Want to throw out a big tip of the cap to my boys and girl at Klug Family Auto. I've been pushing their business for years. It's simply because when you've got an amazing professional that does an amazing job at a great price, is consistent, and you got lots of people talking about them, like, you know what, these guys are doing it right. They deserve to be pushed and plugged and supported, which is what we're doing here. We're supporting local, and I am supporting them because there's something going on with my car. I'm not quite sure. It's like it started out as this, and now it's doing that. And I knew sooner or later that it was going to happen. It was just one of those things. I got lucky, and for years I had no problems. I'm like, sooner or later something's going to come up. And well, the crew at Klug Family Auto in Appleton is going to be taking care of that for me. So tip of the cap to those guys. If you need their contact information, you can get it same place where you can get all of our referred professionals, and that is online at newlivingnow.com, right there in our referral section. Carrie, how the heck was your weekend?
It was super chill.
Super chill?
Super chill.
Yeah, that's all right. We got to have those weekends. My
boys played. So my boys, the twins, played in alumni tournament for Shiocton. So like different classes get together and then they play against each other. So they made it to the championship game and they lost by a bucket. But my son scored 30 of the 47 points.
Proud mom moment right there.
Yeah. But he was so mad because they didn't count 3-pointers as 3-pointers. He's like, we totally would have won if they would have counted 3-pointers as 3-pointers. So he's like, technically we won, but not according to the rules of the game. And then he did a slam dunk. He's like stole the ball, went down and dunked it. And I guess if you do that in alumni tournaments, you owe $20. So he's like, I'm not paying it. He's like, I'm not paying it.
Come on, dude. How many people on that court can dunk it? Okay.
I know,
You've got a gift. All right. Go ahead. Show it off. Yeah. It's going to cost you a couple cocktails, but so what?
Yeah.
So what? Do it again. Do it again.
Fun to
Mom's
watch.
got an extra 20 in her purse. She'll help out.
I'd pay the bill. I'll pay the bill.
Would you pay the bill? All right. Jumping through there. Let's jump into news. What you got there, lady?
Well, it's all basketball. It's just been, just obsessive with basketball season, the March Madness. We watched the Badgers get knocked out of the first round. So it was the end of their season. It was still fun to watch. We have Max Klesment, who's graduated from Nina. So it's just always extra fun to watch the Badgers when someone local is playing. But it was the end of their season. They lost on Friday night, but Marquette advanced to the Sweet 16 with their win last night. So there were tons of upsets, some big schools that are usually, well into March Madness, like Kansas. They busted the bracket. But one of the biggest news in Cinderella stories, because there's always one of those Cinderella stories that happens, was Oakland knocked out Kentucky, but it was with a stellar performance from a Wisconsin native. So Jack Golke, who is on Oakland, is actually from Pewaukee. So he went to the same school that the Watt boys went to, and he knocked down 10 3-pointers. Like, that's really hard to do. It's super hard to do. So
Man, that's like Steph Curry kind of things going on right there.
he only took 2-point shots, and everything else that he took that whole time was 3-pointers. And when I watched the game when he was in on Saturday, playing against NC State, who they ended up losing to, every time he got the ball in his hand, the crowd was erupting. Like, everybody knew his name. Everybody wanted to watch him perform again. And unfortunately, they came up short, but it was super fun to watch. It was just, just kind of one of those things. So,
Right.
but it was just a fun basketball weekend. I might as well just light my bracket on fire because it's not.
Well, didn't you picked UConn, didn't you?
I did, but I
They're
also
still in
picked.
it.
Yeah, but I also picked I picked Kansas to go in the Final Four, and Kansas got knocked out. So we'll see what happens. Usually when you lose one of your Final Fours really early, you don't gain enough points to be able to advance. So we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there's still hope.
but there's
There's
still hope.
It's a faint light, it's a thin line, but there's still something there.
There is. I know, and I feel guilty that I did pick the Badgers to lose, but it was kind of a strategic move. I didn't really want them to lose. It was just strategic. So
It's funny. I mean, because if you were to ask me that on Friday night while we were out socializing, networking, watching some ball, it seemed like every 4 or 5 minutes when you were reminding me that the Badgers were losing, it kind of seemed a little bit like
you're
you were
so.
okay with them losing.
I just wanted my bracket. I'm competitive. I wanted to win, and
Just saying.
I
Just
I
saying.
I just it
On
bit me in
more
the.
than one occasion, on more like at least half a dozen times. She's like,
Stop.
"Oh, hey, just so you know, they're still losing."
I just wanted to remind you how smart I am.
Oh, now okay, now it makes sense. It's not her Wisconsin loyalty. She's just trying to prove a point to me.
I was proving a point. I was
Got
proving a
it.
point to everybody.
Got it. Fine.
Yeah.
What else you got in news?
Well, University of Oshkosh, their gymnastic team won the national championship this weekend, which is their 3rd time in a row. Those gymnasts, man, that's crazy skill that they go through. So to win it 3 times, on any level, but on a national championship level, like, that deserves a huge high five. So congrats to that.
And that's one of those
team.
sports that truly does deserve a tip of the cap when you look at what they do, because that sport, to have success in that sport, it takes lifelong commitment.
It really does.
Occasionally you'll find that person that's got a rocket arm and can pitch, or has this great eye and can hit the ball, or has an unbelievable 3-point shot and is able to make it. The ones that are able to walk on and they just have that skill. When it comes to gymnasts, that's a lifetime worth of dedication, practices, falls, like the whole thing. That just doesn't happen. So for those guys to do that and to make it where they're at, that's super cool. It does take a lot of work.
I actually watched a video, not of UW Oshkosh, but it was just a gymnastics video that came up on my TikTok feed. And this girl was on a balance beam, and they said it's 4 feet high by 4 inches wide. And this chick is like doing flips in the air and landing. And I'm laughing. I'm like, I don't even know if I'd get up on it and be able to stand up straight. I almost tripped walking up the bleachers on Saturday. But it's not that I'm in any shape to do it, but it does make you respect the sport and what those, what they do. So
Absolutely.
It is a life.
And they're always in great shape too. Like heart chiseled, rock solid, massive thighs. Just
right.
like, wow, you've been doing this right for a long time. So hats off to you. That takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication.
Right. Yeah. So that was fun to watch. Then I read this morning that Chick-fil-A is changing their chicken.
What?
Yeah,
You say it's not so.
but not like we think. So they have really rigid standards when they're selecting their chickens. And so they are moving to farmers that use something that's called NAIH, and it's no antibiotics important to humans. So they want to make sure that the farmers that they buy the chicken from are not giving the chickens antibiotics that are going to affect anything within humans, because if you've watched any of those documentaries about how our food is sourced and grown on some of these farms, chicken antibiotics and some of those chicken houses were just
No.
ugh. But
Yep.
so they're moving to some of these more ethical standards, and they said it's going to be hard because they're very rigid, and they want to set that bar very high. So, I give props to Chick-fil-A for just rising above, giving us good choices where, I mean, who knows where the food comes from McDonald's, right? No offense, McDonald's, but you just never know.
I've never actually gone through the drive-through at Chick-fil-A. I've never walked in
No?
the store at Chick-fil-A. I've taken a bite of the Chick-fil-A sandwich because they had brought some into the real estate office at Century 21 Ace, or maybe they bought some. I don't remember, but that is actually the only time I've ever tasted it, and it wasn't like a fresh one by any means. It was like I came in later in the day and had a bite of it, but I've never actually ordered and eaten my own Chick-fil-A sandwich, or
Okay.
Popeyes for that matter.
Okay, Chick-fil-A drive-through is an experience. So the fact that you've never done that, you almost need to do it just to experience how their drive-through is just different than any other drive-through. Like
Sounds great. So then you and I got a date for lunch today. We'll do that. What's next?
Powerball. Powerball is up to $800 million, and Megan Billions is at 1 billion. So if I were you, I'd go buy a ticket for both of them and see what happens.
$1 billion. Can you imagine?
I
Can you
can.
imagine?
I can.
Well, I tell you what, you wouldn't be punching the clock anymore. There'd be some houses I'm buying, some lives I'm setting up. I'm going to take care of my situation. That's a whole nother show. Like, I feel like that's something we could talk
What
about
would
some
you
other
do if
time.
you won the million or won the
Yeah,
Mega
what would you
Millions?
do? Like, really, what would you do? And because I mean, we've all got that list. We've all got that dream. But that's just how it goes. Thanks again for checking things out here, newlivingnow.com and New Living Mornings. Over the weekend, actually yesterday, made myself I was in the mood for soup. Yesterday's weather wasn't the best. I was in a soup mood. And I was like, what soup haven't I had in a minute? It was potato soup. So I'm like, I love potato soup, but typically got the creams in it, the dairy products of some sort. So I found a recipe, made the recipe. Some of the best soup I've ever made, some of the best soup I've ever tasted in our
Hmm.
OnlyPans blog at newlivingnow.com. A little OnlyPans. I still love it. I love that name. It's easy. OnlyPans, our food blog at newlivingnow.com. So check that out. We'll talk more about that. I got a little video that I shot that I'll share later in the day. And as I scroll back here and I look through some things that we talked about over the weekend. So I mean, looking at the clock, Carrie, see already we're running late. See, we're trying to be super professional with this stuff and like do it right. Already this morning we're like 10 minutes behind. Let's we'll get this all ironed out. And I can't tell you how much it means to us that you're here watching us and hanging out with us right now, whether it's the live version or the replay. Thank you so much, Jess, Jessica, Pam. She's like fan number one. She's our biggest. Rebecca, good morning. Oh, Rebecca made potato soup as well, lactose free. So I'll share with you how I did that. On our own thing. And I do want to see. We have so much stuff. Like when we sit down at the meeting and we're chatting and getting ready, we're doing our show prep, and we're like, yeah, I think we got just enough. And then it gets to showtime, and I'm like, I got enough here for like four. Like 4 shows. I have to make mention that what happened when you made a pizza this weekend, Carrie?
Oh my God, it was so funny. So the boys had a bunch of friends over after the basketball game. So of course, I was baking pizza. And so the timer goes off, and I'm like looking around the kitchen. I'm like, where the hell's the cardboard for the pizza? I even went and looked in the garbage because I'm like, did I throw it away? But I'm like, say it ain't so. And I picked up the pizza and I saw it underneath there, and I was like, oh, and it was raw still. So luckily I was able to put it back on the pan, put it back in the oven, and
Oh God. The video you shot and sent me was perfect. How you said it when you lifted it up and found it, like it was money. Like that was the first shot you did on that one. There was no mess. That was the moment. So I'm so happy you recorded that moment. I was so happy that you sent it to me. I'm like, that's perfect. And it's funny because I was just talking to somebody, like I felt like I was talking to somebody earlier in the day about that exact same thing. About making a pizza and cooking it. I think it might have even been Rebecca. We're shooting messages back and forth, but super funny. So glad you didn't burn the house down. But I'm like, that's one of those things that guys do. You're not supposed to do that kind of thing. That's like your kids are
I've
supposed to be
never
doing.
done it before. Like I literally that has never happened ever. And to be fair, it was on top of a pan, so it's not like I put it in, on the rack to do it. But yeah, it was. If you could have saw me like so confused, I was like, "Where's the cardboard?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
It was a good laugh. It was a
Yeah,
very good laugh.
yeah.
There was no way around that. I was laughing for a long time. Welcome to the show. Comment. Let us know that you're here. Share and like, and jump in on the conversation. If we're talking about something you can relate to, share your story, and we catch it. We see it there. We're gonna jump right on it. So that's wrapped up. Let's talk about Easter. Of course, that's right around the corner now.
Yes.
And even though the weather isn't conducive to that at the moment, but Easter is here, and that'll be a little bit of the discussion today. So let's start with baskets. Were you fortunate enough growing up that you had an Easter basket?
All the time.
Yeah.
All
Was
yeah.
there so there's what, three of you, right? You and two
Yeah.
sisters?
Yep.
And then your mom? You
And my
no brothers, huh?
uh-uh.
Your poor dad. My God.
And then all of us girls all had boys. So like my mom and like there's no granddaughters.
Really?
They broke the mold when they made us.
Yeah, I was just thinking something along that line. Like, well, like,
Well,
oh yeah, we don't want to
we're
go
like,
that route
we don't need a repeat of these three. Let's turn them into boys.
again. Three is definitely three's definitely enough. Your poor dad's swimming around in the estrogen ocean there at your place.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you all had baskets. Did
Yeah.
they hide them? Did they keep it simple and leave them out on the counter, make it pretty? How did that go for you guys?
Well, if you would have known my mom was indulgent. So everything that my mom did was big and spectacular. So she's always had stuff in our baskets they got better the older that we got, because she would like put like gift cards and stuff in there. And then when we got older, and then she started giving baskets to our kids because, of course, we would give baskets to the kids, but grandma still had to give baskets too. But she would do an Easter egg hunt for us girls and like put money in it. Like not too long ago, we were still running around the house looking for Easter eggs. Like, well, there's a 20 in this one. I want to find it.
There's a video of it, and she's doing it. I'm like, are you guys wearing masks in that? Was this during COVID? Was this 2 years ago you were doing this?
Yeah, but it's Easter is always one of those holidays that there's so much tradition that happens, from what you're putting on the table to what you're wearing, and all of that. So it's I always love this time of year.
I feel like that progression of I can now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, there was a great progression from the baskets were hidden, usually one of three spots in the house. They didn't get too creative when it came to hiding it. It was either under the sink or in the tub. or there was a closet that they were in, it seemed like most of the time, and how it started out with a bunch of candies and some Pez dispensers and little tchotchke toy type thingies, and how the progression went to, well, now we're getting like a new spring outfit. You're getting some new shorts and maybe some sandals, something to wear during the summer. And then it progressed to, okay, now there's no more baskets. Now it's just now we're doing the eggs, and we got to go find the eggs. And inside the eggs now is there's some jelly beans, there's some cash, maybe some lottery tickets. Yeah, that's
I have a great story for you. This is almost unbelievable. So when the kids are little, you're always trying to make the baskets like big and like exciting, right? They see it. So I had bought the twins. They were probably 2 years old, two or 3. I had bought one of those plastic golf sets. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like really like probably like $5, like literally plastic. So, they're playing with them. Well, Devin takes one of the plastic golf clubs and puts it in his mouth and starts running around with it and fell and starts screaming. And he punctured a hole in the back of his throat. And we had to take him into the emergency room because we were just, all I could see was, it wasn't good. Let's just say it wasn't good. So he'd punctured a hole in the back of his throat, and from one of those stupid Easter basket toys. So I just I have PTSD from some of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, he ended up being perfectly fine. They didn't even do anything for him. They're like, that'll heal up on its own. But it was not good. Poor little kid. He's just, it was awful. Just awful.
I remember that. I remember Grandma and Mom always telling us, you don't run around with stuff with you put something in your mouth. And
don't run around with a golf club in your mouth.
Well, we were using golf clubs, like with a sucker, Yeah. Don't run with scissors or pointy objects in your hands, and don't put anything in your mouth. And it was usually don't play around when you have a sucker in your mouth.
Right.
But no, that's taking it to a whole nother level right there with the golf club.
Bad. A golf
I do know which one you're talking about, though.
From the Easter baskets.
Have been around since like the dawn of time, and I think we've all gotten them. So, well, glad he was okay with that one.
Yeah.
Favorite Easter candy? Do you have a favorite?
100%. Reese's Pieces.
Okay, but then what would be your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Okay, so I'm like, all right, now we get it.
So the Reese's Pieces,
I understand.
They make them and they make them look like they're carrots because they put all the orange in there, and then it like has a little green top on it. But yeah, Reese's Pieces is my favorite for sure. But I do love Peeps. I actually like Peeps too.
You know what? I don't hate them, especially now that they have flavored ones. They have fun flavored ones that you get throughout the year. They're super fun, and super tasty. Sometimes you ever roasted one? You ever made like a?
Ooh.
Yeah, no. Yeah. If you've oh my god,
I like them fresh though. They're always so fresh.
I'm telling you, you go this route with a Peep, you will never eat a Peep and look at a Peep the same way ever again. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Ever. You take that bad boy and you put it on a stick over a bonfire, right? And you get yourself some.
I am not starting a bonfire to roast the Peep.
Bonfire? You starting bombs? Bonfire. Bonfire. Well, I'm not saying you necessarily have to start one. I'm saying what you do is you buy the Peeps now and you put them into storage because they last for like 22 years. As long as it's temperatures and moisture level is right, they last forever. But you buy them when they go on sale, okay? And then instead of roasting marshmallows, when you do have your bonfire this summer, you throw them on the stick, and it is amazing because you want to know what happens. So all the sugar around the outside melts, crystallizes, and makes a shell. And then the inside, because it's super light, it melts quicker, and it becomes like, it's so good. I'm telling you, you're going to absolutely love it. And when they've got like the chocolate ones and stuff, you throw those inside of a s'mores instead of a regular
Oh,
marshmallow. Life
yeah.
changing.
I'll I don't like fires, but I might want to try
Oh,
this.
that's right. That's
Mm,
right. You don't do bonfires.
bonfire. Yeah.
You don't do bonfires. That's right. Well, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna have you do at least one this coming summer, and then I will get the peeps, and you're going to be like, you know what? That was
I'm just
that was
gonna
amazing.
I'm just gonna do it over the stove.
Or you can do that too. That's fine.
I'll try
You
it.
just do that and just take all the fun, the
I
excitement
just
out
want
of
to
it.
try it now because it actually I'm intrigued. I want to try it.
You can actually do them in the microwave. I think I did once. I think they grow up
They
a little bit
get
though.
bigger.
They
Yeah,
expand. Yeah.
they do
So
expand.
so there's that part, but just light your stove or something, just for just so you know what's going on with it. Some fun facts. Peep fun facts. So it used to take 27 hours to make one peep. Did you
Hmm,
know that?
really?
27 hours for one peep. I Somebody had a hardcore sweet tooth because I don't know that it was good enough that if I was making that in the beginning, I'd have been like, yeah, it's worth waiting 27 hours for. No, not so much. What do you think the first color of a peep was? The very
Yellow.
first. Dang it. You said that with such confidence, and you were correct.
I'm
Each
always
peep
right.
has only 28 calories and
Oh,
zero fat.
oh.
So it's almost like it's a diet food. Almost.
How did you
Almost
get
like a
so
diet.
thin? I'm on the peep diet. I just
Steady
eat.
diet of
It'll be
peeps.
like
Yeah,
Jared from Subway. Like he got famous
right,
for only eating Subway. I'll be like Carrie for
right,
peeps.
right. What's up, buddy? Hey, man. Good. Come over here. Give some hugs. Say hello to everybody. Hello, Lando Reno. Yeah, you gotta step in front of the camera. Then you're off shot. Time to head into school.
Oh yeah,
Get the week going.
about that time.
What are you gonna learn today?
Clue. Something in welding, hopefully. So I got first mod.
It was a lot more fun when he was in middle school and early on in his high school career because it was actually classes he was taking and there was things he was like, things I could relate to a little bit. Now he's all grown up and doing manly stuff, taking welding classes, which I don't weld. I don't know anything. I just get excited when he's excited. So, all right, give me one of these. Appreciate it. Love you, buddy. Thanks for giving me hugs. Drive safe.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you this afternoon, big guy. Looking good, smelling better, man. Love it. Your classmates will appreciate it.
He's not the stinky
Let me
kid in
tell you,
school.
some days there's a smell. I rented a rug doctor over the weekend. I wanted to do some cleaning. I got a little motivated and decided to go through my house, spent a few hours, just tore into things, moved stuff around, washed behind things, and I have a bunch of different. I don't have any carpet really. I have big rugs everywhere, so I just rented a rug doctor to clean them. And mine were disgusting. There's no doubt about that. But I went to Landon's room downstairs. He's got a little room in there, and actually we have carpet in his room. And oh my god, it was so disgusting. I actually showed him the video, and he was actually disgusted by it. He's like, "That really came out of my carpet." Yeah, dude. Yeah, you disgusting animal. It sure did. Let's keep her clean, buddy. Um, what is Stacy asking? How much sugar are
Isn't a peep.
does it really matter, Stacy? Okay. I don't think we need to dive into that. All right. The fact it's low cal and it's no fat. Okay. And I think we could just leave it at that. I don't think we need to bust out the specifics on the rest of the stuff. I just don't think that's fair to the peep. What other thing? How many peeps do you think are eaten during the Easter season?
Oh, yeah. It's got to be in the millions. Like
1.5 billion peeps.
stop. 1 billion
1.5
peeps.
billion peeps. And peeps happen to be the most popular non-chocolate Easter candy each and every year. So there, a few little factoids for you. Oh, I found a jelly bean number. What kind of number do you think jelly beans has as far as consumption during the Easter season? If peeps are 1.5 billion, many jelly beans do you think?
Oh my God.
16 billion jelly beans. Enough if you put them end to end, it would go around the earth 3 times.
Stop.
That's a lot of jelly beans.
Except for the black ones. The black ones just stay. They don't get eaten.
Top 2 jelly bean flavors. What is number 1? What do you think?
Red.
This year,
Cherry.
what is number 1?
Cherry.
Butter
Red.
popcorn.
That's my favorite from Jelly Bellies. They're so good. So good.
Butter popcorn is the number 1 flavor this season, followed up by licorice.
Ew.
Gross.
I like licorice, but not black licorice.
No.
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 Mm-mm.
No.
But
Black
have you ever had the Jelly Belly buttered flavored popcorn jelly bean?
I have. They are actually pretty good, and they do
They're
taste
really good.
just like popcorn.
They do. It's crazy. They do. It's really good.
So that whole package of Jelly Bellies that they've got that are flavored, the weird flavored ones. Have you gone through those?
No, we did the Harry Potter ones, like the ones from the movies where you never know if you're gonna get like lime or it's a booger. Like you don't know.
Okay, yeah, those. So,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's basically the same ones, yeah. So the boogered flavor ones, the pencil shavings, the
Ugh,
vomit,
vomit.
the
Yeah.
stinky feet, like how they're able to match those flavors to like hit the
Ugh.
smell right on. It's gross.
Like I'm thinking about it and it's making me gag. Ugh. Change the
It's-
subject.
All right, we'll change the subject
Ugh.
as we work our way through the show here. Good morning, New Living Mornings, right here at newlivingnow.com. My name is Chris. That's Carrie. Having a little fun. Thank you for joining us. Let us know that you're here. Go ahead and throw a comment down, like, share. A little love goes a long way. We're creeping up on show 25. I just wanted to throw that out there. I think that's like a little milestone for us. It's tough to get this kind of ball rolling, and we have, and I think so far we've done a pretty successful job of it. So high five to you, lady, as we approach that number, and we'll bring that into it. But I feel like we have to have like a little bit of a bit here now, and we're going to give this a shot here. We're going to put you to the test this morning, going to ask you some questions and put a timer on it and get you thinking. We're gonna get you thinking. We're gonna try to get everybody thinking. Let's see if we. The Monday morning lube job, baby. We're gonna grease those gears and get you rolling into your week. So I've got a bunch of different kind of question type things that I think this is going to become a regular Monday kind of thing, and I've got one here today that we're going to roll out at you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you today. Oh, let's see, because it's the first one. Should we go? I think this is fairly easy. We're only going to give you 60 seconds today. We're only going to give you 60 seconds. I was going to give you 2 minutes, but we might change that up. The rules on this thing are going to be adjusted from time to time. But today I'm going to give you, I got 10 things to ask you. I'm looking for 10 answers, and we're going to do it under 60 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
This particular session is they all start with D. Okay.
Ooh.
When I ask you questions, the answers all start with D. Okay. And I think so. You have to turn off the comment section. You can't see the comments. I don't want anybody yeah, you got to turn that off. I feel like though, if this works out perfectly, I'm hoping you have a few stragglers that you need help with. And if it gets to that point, we'll just see how it goes. We'll run this through, but maybe we'll have the people that are following along with us right now throw out their answers to help you out if you get stumped.
Let's go.
For the time being. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to get our 60-second timer. You good to go?
I'm good. Let's go.
All right. 3, 2. A movable barrier that allows entry or exit.
A door.
Correct. A rhythmic movements that can be performed to music.
A dance.
Yes. Bird with flat-webbed feet.
A duck.
The period between sunrise and sunset.
Dusk. Dawn. Dusk or dawn?
Looking for that period. What's that part of the? We'll skip that one. A percussion instrument.
A drum.
Yes, a small toy figure.
Of
15 seconds.
a small toy figure. I don't know.
You want to pass?
Yeah.
To consume a liquid.
Drink.
Loose soil.
Dirt.
Plant stuffed in pickle jars.
Dill.
Wah, wah, wah. Time ran out. Sorry.
You read too slow.
I'll you know what? We'll give you one more here. What you can eat when you're or what you can't eat when you're lactose intolerant.
What is that? It's it's dirt. Well,
It's
dirt?
dairy.
Oh, dairy. Yeah. I was trying to think of the enzyme. I was trying to think of the enzyme that's in
Lactase. Well, lactose is the enzyme. Lactase is the thing that
dairy.
helps break
Okay.
it down. Hey, you lose. That's
I did
all right. And we're not giving away any extra gift cards this week because Carrie did not come through. But
Was it daylight?
was our
Was the other one daylight?
day.
Day.
Yeah.
My
But
brain.
you got the rest. So there, that was fun. Congratulations, Carrie. You got almost all of them. But you know what? We're going to throw out another gift card this week just for the heck of it, but not next week. Next week, we get serious. And if she doesn't win, nobody wins. It's that simple. And we'll keep fine tuning this and having some fun here with your Monday morning lube job, getting those gears all greased up and get you going.
Dairy.
What, too cheesy or what?
No, I love it. It's good.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Can't
All right.
be too cheesy with you.
You did what?
I said it can't be too cheesy with you. You're lactose intolerant. Can't eat that dairy.
Oh, yeah, watch out for this one. All right, as we sit here and watch the clock tick down, we're going to get ready to wrap things up here. I do want to say that over the weekend I had a chance to I stumbled upon the Rusted Roost. Did you see the video that I
I
posted?
did. It was super cool.
It is way cool. I'm telling you what, this place was, and I literally stumbled into it. I went down with the intentions of going one place, wasn't able to get into that place. And as I was walking in my car, I seen this sign, excuse me, and some people sitting in the door. And I'm like, what's that all about? Went in and it is amazing. They've got
Wow.
such a great menu, some signature drinks that were just absolutely delicious. And it's very cool inside there. It's got the feel like when you're in it and you're sitting at the bar and you're getting ready to leave, you think that you're going to walk out in like downtown Chicago, or you think it's going to be like in Manhattan. Like it's got a big city feel to it.
Not Menasha.
Well, not Menasha. I mean, yes, definitely Menasha, because it absolutely
Yeah,
works there.
yeah.
And Menasha has done so much to change things up, and over the past couple of years, and the development and the growth is great, and it works perfect right where it is and right with what they've got going on, and they've got a ton of plans too. I mean, there's talking about a rooftop thing that they're starting to work on now,
Oh, that's
so there'll
cool.
be a rooftop, yeah. So lots of cool stuff, but it has that feel like you would find that exact establishment in Manhattan, downtown Chicago. So very
So
super cool place.
Pam said that her friend owns the Rusted Roost.
Oh, very cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's I don't know exactly who owns it. I talked to the folks behind the bar for a little while and showed them the video there and it sounds like they've been putting a lot of work into it, been working at it for a long time and off to a very good start. And that's what this is all about. We're supporting local. At the end of the day, that's really what we're doing here with newlivingnow.com. We're supporting those pros that we as folks that live in Northeast Wisconsin are going to utilize on a from time to time. As a person that lives here, you use a roofer on occasion, if things are going right. But as professionals, I carry the marketing expert, dabble a little bit in real estate. I'm a real estate agent. We use these people all the time. So those that come through for us time and time again, we're going to post up there. And if we find ourselves an establishment like the Rusted Roost in Menasha, we're going to showcase that, show it off. I forget the name of the drink. that I had, but it was so good. It was so summery.
It
I want
looked
to say it
good.
was like some gin and some sour, had some mint in it. It was very good. It's one of those that's easy to drink several. You got to be careful, that kind of thing. So,
Tastes like Kool-Aid.
what's that?
Tastes like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, a lot like Kool-Aid. So that was a lot of fun. And we'll see more of those coming up. Do you have anything else for us to chat about here this morning?
I do not. I'm good today.
Now, what's on the agenda for the rest of your day today? You busy?
Busy. Mondays are always really busy. So
Yeah.
got a lot of
I'm
stuff going on.
going to wrap things up here and head to the Century 21A's office and get to work over there. The real estate market is popping, and that's what I do, and I can help you out with that. If you get yourself a business, or heck, even want to do a podcast of your own and have some social media questions, this lady right there knows all about that stuff. So hit us up if you need any help. We'd be happy to get you to the finish line. All right, Carrie, I'm done. You have yourself a darn fine day, lady, and
You too.
we'll chat with you a little bit later.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
See you.